Hello again and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is by special request a way to find the Machynlleth Loop. So we're going to start off by zooming in Google Earth. So here we are, and the Machynlleth area is in mid Wales. Here we are zooming in on it. Lovely little town, Machynlleth. Backing out a bit then, the areas marked here are what we call the loop. There's two approaches, either through the Barmouth estuary or my preferred route, further south, next estuary in. I come in across this way, through CAD, and then reverse around. Obviously you wouldn't do that in the real world. There's real aircraft coming the wrong way. So, we're starting in Llanbedr. I'm in a Citation CJ4, I think it is. Thought I'd try a jet, get a bit of speed through the loop. We're going to head off in a southerly direction, and as we climb I'll be showing you the Barmouth estuary entry and my preferred entry point. Now I do apologise, there's going to be a lot of overspeed warnings from the aircraft's onboard systems. Wish I could switch them off, one day I'll find out how. But in the meantime we just have to listen to that droning voice. I'm using the head tracking system courtesy of Engineering. DelanClip Gamer. That consists of a clip that sits on the side of my headset with 3 infrared LEDs, and it's being all picked up by a modified PlayStation Eye camera. Very good value for money. Highly recommend it. Okay, looking out this left window we can see the Barmouth estuary. Let's go to an external view. So, easily recognisable, big river estuary, and that would be a good way to go in. Got some clouds in the sky, so let's take those out, let's get some better visibility. Love the fact that I can change that on the fly. And with points of interest on, you can see we've got an airfield down below us, Talibont airstrip. That's our ingress point. It can be difficult to distinguish which are the valleys that you need to look for. So I've gone to the outside view. And follow me in as we crank it over to the left and begin our dive entry into this valley. Like I say, you wouldn't normally do this in full-size aircraft because there is a direction of traffic flow, and this is breaking that rule. The advantage of the head tracking system is I can try and look ahead, duck my head down, see as much visibility. It's not quite as good as having a bubble canopy on a Hawk, but next best thing we can do until some kind soul produces a Hawk aircraft for use in this beautiful simulator. We go a fair bit of speed coming up the valley. We're looking out for a lake. And that tells us that we're actually entering the Machynlleth Loop proper. Climbing a bit here. We're going to switch to an external view shortly. The hill on our left is the Cadet Ridris. So here we go. This is known to photographers as CAD West and CAD East. CAD West is on our left. So that's going to be our entry point. So climbed, get some clearance, begin a nice looping turn, and we'll go back through the loop proper. There's a couple of people in the area. Sadly, none of them came to play with me today. Right, time to begin our return. Some lovely valleys to fly down here. Heaven only knows what it must be like in a real fast jet. If there are any real fast jet pilots watching this, it'd be very interesting to hear your impressions of what it feels like in this sim compared to how you actually see it when you fly your fast jets down the valleys. So again, I'm cranking my head around to try and get visibility of my entry point. I can see that V-shaped valley ahead of us. That is CAD entry. CAD entrance is the mountain on the right. So, gentle left followed by a hard right. Unfortunately, this jet is a business jet, so it does does take a bit of time to actually react to your roll inputs. So that means we're going to have to try and anticipate our turns. So this is the first turning point. This is Corris Corner. So pulling left hard and pulling. Now, this being a pretty cumbersome jet, we're not going to get down low in the valley. The previous video had me in an extra 300. I was able to throw it around below hilltop height, but for this example, we're going to just have to stay high above the hills. Still got a fair lick of speed on, so the aircraft is a bit slow to roll. That's the village of Machynlleth ahead of us. And we're going to be making a hard left turn soon to go up this valley. I know it's been said to death, but the scenery in this simulation is fantastic. It really is very immersive. Not much in the way of power lines though. I can see plenty of wind turbines in this particular area, so that's nice. But you don't have to worry about power lines. So, not much to say. Bit of an open valley, keeping low as fast as we can, and making a gentle left turn here. Now, I've got a hard left to consider and get ready for, a place called Dinas Mordwy. Frame rates aren't too bad. Right, so there's a bit of a fork here in the valley. We need to take the left fork, and this dark hill is my turn. Now, on this particular occasion, I missed my turn. So you can tell I'm actually narrating after the event. So this is where I should have been turning left. Instead I've gone right. Realised my mistake here and taken the next left. So what can we do when we go down this valley? Well, not a lot actually. It's a bit of a dead end. So what do we do? Stop recording and start again? Or shall we give this beans and let's see what we can do with a nice barrel roll over the top of this hill, which probably isn't really advisable in a Cessna citation. Here we go. Gentle barrel roll. Now, ideally, I would have been pulling hard here. However, got a bit disorientated and took the left fork, where I should really have gone right, and I've gone up a blind valley again. So, best to call it quits here, climb up, and go back to the wide river valley that the town of Machynlleth is in, and start again. So, get my bearings. Oh, this is so cumbersome. Come on, mate. Turn. Like I say, any kind soul wants to help with a nice little fast jet, you know, so nothing special, just a hawk would be lovely. So, coming back down, you can see that dark left hill on the left. Dark hill. This is my turning point. I need to turn left here. Stayed at a little hotel at the bottom of this hill. It's fantastic late at night when you get the Hercules practicing their low-level tactical missions. So hard left. Coming up this valley, this next hill again is a hard left for aircraft. This is known to photographers as Bluebell. Get some lovely topside shots here. Right, now getting ready for the right turn. Here we go. Climbing. You can see the car park where all the photographers park just there, and on the left you'll get most of the photographers on a place called the Buch. I do apologise for the pronunciation, God only knows if I'm getting that right. I did look it up. Bulch, B-W-L-C-H, actually just means mountain or hill. So in terms of a descriptive name for where to go and stand, it's a bit irrelevant really. It's a hill. So we're going back through the CAD Valley again, nice and low again. Keeping the speed up. And again, looking out for my left turn here at Corris Corner. So, started early, pulling hard, but letting the aircraft climb at this point because, once again, can't go too low at this area. Bit twisty-turny, and frankly this aircraft does not like turning. You can see some wind turbines ahead of us. Nice addition to the game. There's the town of Machynlleth, and getting ready for a hard left turn. Crank it over and pull. Probably taken several hundred hours off the life of this airframe doing this, but what the hell, that's what simulations are for. So, time to descend down into this valley, get as low as possible, enjoy that sensation of speed. Again, desperately ignoring that annoying man yelling at me, overspeed, overspeed. Banking left, take the first of the left forks. You know what would be nice is a record and playback function so you can actually see the flights you've done. That would be good. For no other reason than just to be able to learn how to get your landings right at Courchevel or Lucla. Right, next left fork, looking for the dark hill on the left, Dinas Mordwy, and we begin our turn to the left nice and early, hugging the hillside, looking at all the traffic. Level out a bit, getting ready to round Bluebell. And there we need to see our turn to the right, hard crank right, and pull. And there's the car park, level out, wave to the folks, and that's it. Twice around the Machynlleth Loop. So, at this point I was tempted to go around again, but it gets a bit boring. So, let's climb away, get some altitude, and prepare to recover back to Lambert. Hope you enjoyed that. I won't bore you with the actual flight landing itself. Apologies for looking at the seat. I didn't make a mess of myself, saw myself going around the loop. If you've got any more comments, any questions, do drop me a line. Always interested. If you want to see any more of this, please do click on subscribe and hit the notification button. And see you guys next time.